here's the main thing that you need to remember. When you're using your calculator on your ACT test, don't go in and take your calculator and want to use it so much that you're wasting time trying to figure out what buttons you're supposed to push when you could be working the problem. Okay? This is just to help you on things that will save you time. If you're not comfortable with it, don't take it, because you're going to waste time instead of it helping you. All right? When do you use your graphing calculator? These are your key words to show you that, hey, this is a calculator problem, I can get it done just like that. All right, anytime you're graphing something, anytime it says find zeros or roots, solving quadratic equations, write the equation of a line, find the distance or slope between 2 points, solving systems of equations, if you need a formula, that's what we just looked at, solving triangles, finding greatest common factor, least common multiple, and permutations, combinations. All right, so let's go to the very first problem. This is on your paper. Now, I know in the ACT, you're never going to have to actually graph something, but it might give you a problem, and you have to match up that problem with its correct graph. Okay? You all probably already know how to graph something on your calculator, but we're going to do it anyway. All right, let me scroll this over if I can. All right. So when you need to get out of your ACT program, I'm going to hit 7 for quit, and then my clear button. Okay, so we're going to graph this. So to graph something, we're going to hit our y equals, upper left-hand corner. I'm going to hit my negative sign, bottom right-hand corner. And I need absolute value bars. Sometimes you forget where absolute value bars are. Here's how you get to your absolute value bars. I'm going to hit math on the left-hand side. I'm going to hit my right arrow key. And then I'm going to hit number 1 for absolute value. Now mine, since it's an 84, actually has the line. If you have an 83, you will have a left parenthesis. Okay? I need x plus 2. So your x button is right here above your apps key. Plus 2. Now if you have an 83, you're going to close your right parenthesis. So you're going to hit your right parenthesis. Mine is a little bit different. I'm going to hit my right arrow key to get my other bar. Minus 4. Okay, then I'm going to hit graph, upper right-hand corner. Okay, so you would take that and match it up to whatever graph they had. Okay, have you all graphed before? I'm sure most of you have. Okay? All right, now here's the other thing. Go to the next one. Y is less than the absolute value of x minus 3 plus 2. Okay, I'm going to enter this in the exact same way. So I'm going to hit y equals. I'm going to hit clear to clear that out. I know it's not equals, but I'm going to fix that here in just a minute. Okay, so go ahead and enter in absolute value of x minus 3. So math, go over to number. I'm going to hit my x plus 3, I'm sorry, x minus 3. Whoops. Close your parenthesis, and then plus 2. All right, now here's the thing. Way back in Algebra 2, all right, we learned that anytime I have a less than or greater than, remember when you had to shade the stuff in? Do you remember doing that? Do you remember what less than was? Was it below the graph or above the graph? It was below. Less than is always below. Greater than is always above. You can get your calculator to do that for you. Okay? So here's what you're going to do. I'm going to hit my left arrow key until my cursor is right before my Y. So I'm going to go over, hit your left arrow key. And now see my cursor, it's flashing. Okay, now press enter. See how it changed? Okay, now it has a little darker line. Hit enter again. See how it's shaded above the line? I'm going to hit enter one more time. Now it's shaded below the line, which is what I want. All right, yes? Okay, if it has a triangle, hit enter one more time. Okay, I'm going to hit graph so you can see what it's going to look like and see how it's shaded below. So I would take that graph and I would match it up to the graphs that they have. All right, so let's look at the next one. What values of x are solutions for x squared plus 2x equals 8? There's lots of different ways you can solve this problem. Okay? One way is solution number 2 that I put on your paper. Start plugging each value in for x, see which one works. Okay, that's going to take a little bit of time. Here's one way to do it on your calculator. I can graph this, see where it crosses the x-axis. All right, that's going to be my solution. Here's the trick when you graph it. It has to be set equal to 0. This isn't set equal to 0. How can I make this equal to 0? Subtract my 8. So really, that is what I'm going to be graphing. All right, so let's put that in our y equals, see where it crosses. So I'm going to hit y equals. I'm going to hit clear. X squared, so I'm going to hit my X button. Your squared button is over here on the left, right underneath or right above your log key. Plus 2x minus 8. I'm going to hit my graph. Mine still shades because I didn't change it back. Doesn't really matter. Yours on the 83s will automatically change it back for you. Okay? I don't really care about changing it. I just want to know where it crosses the x-axis. Where does it cross over here? Can you tell? -4. Over here it crosses at 2. So I automatically know that my answer is A, -4 and 2. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you one other way to solve this. Okay, this time I'm going to use the ACT program because this is what kind of equation? Anything that's x squared, what's it called? Quadratic. I can use the quadratic formula. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use the quadratic formula. All right, so I'm going to hit Program, Enter for ACT, Enter one more time. So I'm going to use the quadratic formula. I'm going to hit number 2. All right, so look, what's really cool about this is it shows you exactly how your problem should be written, and then it just asks you questions. All right, it's saying, okay, A is the number before my x squared. What is your A? My A is 1. When I don't have a number in front, it's 1. And then I press enter. Then it's going to ask me my other number. What's your B? 2. What's your C? -8. Okay, now remember when you use quadratic formula, you have something called the discriminant. They tell you what that is. Your answer is what it says for the real zeros. We already knew it was 2 and -4. But it also tells you if I were to graph this, where your vertex is. Okay, so it does all that for you. All right, questions? Okay, now hit enter to get to your main menu.